Good morning. It's Friday, October 4th, and thank you for joining us for Up to the Minute. I'm Randy Ramsey of Southwest Alternate Media Project, hosting this morning. Sorry, it is Friday. I'm ready for it to be tonight. Hosting this morning for Todd Duplantis, who isn't with us, but I'm very lucky. I have Benjamin Escobar, HCCTV production specialist, joining me as co-host this morning.
Yes, good morning, Randy. How are you?
Good morning, Benji. So, as usual, let the folks know where they can find us.
Yes, of course. We're live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC, but Houston Community College District. We're also on YouTube, X, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV, our own TV channel, where we can watch the rebroadcast of this show at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
And we have a great show today. I'm super excited about both of our guests. Good morning, Katherine Fields. She is HCC's Division Chair of Visual Arts. And I want to welcome you to Up to the Minute this morning.
Thank you so much.
And Benji will be interviewing in the second half of the show, so hang on and listen as we get behind one of the men behind the mission to bring back a Houston icon, Robert Saucedo, the artistic director of the newly reopened River Oaks Theater. Welcome back to the show, Rob. It's really great to see you. So
Thank you
I'm
so much.
super looking forward to it. So let's just jump in. River Oaks Theater is reopened.
It is. Last night we had our official grand reopening. We have a full slate of programming starting today and leading into the far future, I hope. A lot of great films and events coming your way.
Oh, I am so excited. I'm so excited that, Native Son Sergio Lira's film In the Summers played, and it's such a great film and so great to see local Houston filmmakers featured at home at the River Oaks Theater again.
Yeah, it's really important for us to make sure that we're offering a space for the local filmmakers, whether they're still in town making movies or they've left the city, to give them a place to show their films and share it with the community.
I'm very excited. I know a lot of people are very excited about that, but this has been quite the process. So, how has it been? I know you've been like just snowed under getting the theater open again. So tell us a little about how that went.
Yeah, I've basically personally lived at the theater for the last month, but even before that, I just joined the team at Culinary Concepts this summer, but they've been working on this project for the last 3 years. It's been a long process getting this theater ready to show films again and welcome audiences, a complete renovation, both behind the scenes and in front of the theater. When you walk into the theater, you're going to be taken back by the beautiful aesthetic that's gone into this theater, returning it to true movie palace form. It's a tribute to the Art Deco style that the River Oaks opened with, but also making sure it's a very comfortable experience for guests as well. That means new chairs, new screens, new projectors, new sound, new everything to give a great experience for guests watching movies.
Well, I'm really excited. I also hear there's like a full menu now too.
Correct, yeah. So you don't have to go to the bar anymore if you want a drink or a refill. You can order that while you're in the movie. And while we still have the movie theater staples like popcorn and candy and soda, we also have, like you mentioned, a full menu, and it's a delicious menu. Our chef has whipped up an amazing assortment of really great food, whether it's a smashed patty burger, a banh hot dog, a grain and salmon bowl, wonderful dessert. It's a great wealth of tastes waiting for audiences.
I'm super excited. I have not been down there because I have a big event coming up tomorrow myself, but date night with my husband for next week is scheduled. So, what do we have coming up that you're excited about?
Well, this weekend we kick off what is the first of three sold out Rocky Horror Picture Show screenings. We couldn't reopen the River Oaks Theater without bringing Rocky Horror back. We're looking forward to working with two great local troops to bring this experience back to Houston audiences. And while the three shows are sold out, we will be adding more throughout the rest of the year. So stay tuned. The anticipation doesn't have to wait too much longer. We also have great 50th anniversary screenings of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We've got screenings of, as you mentioned, In the Summers, this wonderful Latinx drama that I think audiences are really going to respond to. But we've also got some great movies on the horizon. A biopic about Salvador Dali, a restoration of Tarsem's wonderful The Fall, another restoration of the Oscar-winning Amadeus. Check out our lineup at theriveroakstheater.com, and you're going to be surprised with just how many films we have. In addition, we're also doing live events at the theater now, whether it's stand-up comedy, musicians, performers, magic shows. There's a lot of great things happening at the theater besides just movies.
Well, I am so excited to see the Houston Cinema Arts Society Festival back at the River Oaks this year. I know that the theater had been a staple participant in the festival and, was key to making it happen. So I'm really excited about that and also all of the other joint programming you have coming up. Now, I'm wondering, is there a subscription program for people who want to see a lot of movies? Is there something special? What can we look forward to that way?
Yeah, so in the coming weeks, we're going to be launching Cinema Savant. This is a monthly subscription program that guests can subscribe to for about $20 a month. And what that means is that they're going to be able to reserve a ticket for a movie a day, as many days into the future as they want, and only pay that one monthly fee. So it's a great way for true film fanatics in the Houston area to watch as many movies as they can at the River Oaks Theater. And we're going to reward that support by bringing in just as many movies as we can pack into the three screens for the next few months.
20 bucks a month? That's like 3 Starbucks. That's
Exactly. You come see two movies at the theater and it's basically paid for.
that's fantastic. What a great program. I'm super excited about that. Now, I know that as the artistic director, you're taking on everything, but you've got to have, is there a pet project, one thing that you are just so excited about?
Well, one thing I really wanted to kind of do when I started working with the River Arts Theater was kind of explore what the depths of audience as we could bring into the theater. Obviously, River Oaks Theater is known for its independent art house, foreign films, movies that have a certain level of prestige. But I also wanted to reward, true cinema spelunkers. And so we're doing this project in October and November, and hopefully beyond that, if the response is great, where we're going to be doing a mystery VHS screening. And so we're actually hooking up a VCR to our digital projectors, and we'll bring a VHS tape. Audiences don't know what they're going to watch when they walk into the theater, but it's going to be something crazy. You're not going to see like Jerry Maguire or Titanic. This is a true insane movie that has probably never gotten an official release in the United States, and we're hoping to introduce people to some really bizarre, wonderful films that they might not have otherwise had a chance to see.
Brazil always comes to mind when I think of that because that's one of those you've heard of the director, but if you haven't seen it, you really don't know what you're in for. That's a fun
Sure,
one.
yeah.
Will that include some world cinema, perhaps? Some films that they may have not encountered before, which is always fun.
Yeah, we have some great international films coming to the River Oaks Theater in the next few weeks. There's a movie opening next week that is one of my favorite films I've seen this year. It's called Paradise is Burning. It's from a Swedish filmmaker, and it's about these three young girls that are basically having to raise themselves after their mother disappears. And when child services comes a knocking, they have to try to trick another adult woman that they befriended into pretending to be their mom. It's this really great drama, comedy, tearjerker, very funny, very sad, but absolutely wonderful. And I hope audiences will take a chance on that next week when we open it.
Well, I'm excited. I love a Scandi flick. I mean, they're always dark, but it's nice if
Yeah.
they can be funny too. I think that
Mhm.
it's a little underappreciated. Well, Rob, I am so excited. And I'm also so excited about the partnerships that you are working on with local organizations. So I really look forward to seeing more of that.
Yeah, we have been having great conversations with local filmmakers, local programmers, local community organizations to kind of let River Oaks be a space and to kind of diversify our programming slate. I really do want River Oaks Theater's programming to be as diverse as their city is.
Which is exactly the best thing that we can do in Houston is embrace that. It is our superpower. That's what I'm always telling people. That is our superpower. Rob, it is so great to talk to you as always, and thank you so much for being on the show. And thanks for
Thank
the
you.
work you're putting in at River Oaks. We are super excited. If you couldn't tell, we're so excited to have it back and up and running. And thanks for being here. We'll have all your info in the post after the show and look forward to seeing you at the movies.
Thank you so much.
Up next, after commercial break, Benji will visit with our art chair about the faculty art exhibitions.
When I grow up, I want to work in a lab to build robots.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me and then you just linked arms with me, I don't think you know how much like that helped me. I finally like knew that I had somebody.
We're back on Up to the Minute, and now we have Katherine Fields, Division Chair of HCC's Visual Arts Department. Welcome back to the show, Katherine.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, it's always a pleasure. And once again, it's time for the Fall Faculty Art Exhibition. Tell us about that.
Yes. Well, in the visual arts program, we have many, many galleries across the HCC system. And so to start off each semester, we've been highlighting our faculty. And this year, we've been very honored to include faculty, not just from the visual arts, but faculty from digital media and the history department in our gallery. So it's a wonderful opportunity. We're bringing in other artists from other areas that may not be teaching in the visual arts, but they are teaching with us at HCC. So it's an honor to highlight their work in our gallery space.
Yes, and recently I was just at Victoria Dorsch's
Yes.
exhibition in the North Line. So I mean, great pieces of art, and it's just great to see that she's a history teacher, professor, I would say, and she's also doing art, which is just really cool, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So Victoria actually has an art degree from her home country of Ukraine. And so she's also a musician and a historian. So, I think that it's important for our students to see that their faculty, their professors, are very diverse in their abilities, right? They're just not history professors or art professors, but
Yeah.
they're very well rounded. And I think that really shows them and leads as a good example about how creativity does come into all parts and aspects of your life as you mature and grow with your education, and as you just get older as a person within the world as well.
Yes, of course. And so how many campuses have faculty arts or art exhibited?
Well, currently we have 7 exhibitions that are up right now. One at our Stafford location is not a faculty exhibition per se, but it does include some faculty work, but it includes alumni work from our students from an organization called GCIC, which is the Gulf Coast Intercollegiate Consortium. And so it's also highlighting our colleagues from other community colleges in the area, such as Brazos Sports College, College of the Mainland, Lee College, and their alumni, and they're highlighted in the exhibition along with our faculty and our alumni. So we are aligning ourselves to really highlight our alumni and their accomplishments, right? Because they are a product of HCC, and their creative accomplishments and goals, right, are reflective of what they did here with us at HCC.
Yeah. And so tell me, what are some of those themes that we're gonna see here in some of these exhibitions?
Well, at the other gallery that Southwest College has is at the West Loop location. That's our West Loop gallery. And the work that's showing there is from a digital communications professor. And the work are watercolors. And they explore her travels through Europe, specifically London. And they are beautiful watercolors that kind of evoke the emotion and the time where she was when she was there in London. Other exhibitions include Professor Stephen Potter. He will be exhibiting, and he's actually retiring from the department. So this will be his kind of last hurrah exhibition, and we can celebrate his time as part of our faculty. Other ones are Brian Gardner. Brian Gardner is a part-time faculty member, and his exhibition at the Wedge Space Gallery in Eastside celebrates a narrative conversation and illustration using paint and canvases. And he actually created some of the work in the space itself. So that was an excellent opportunity for students to see that you don't need to make the work and bring it to the gallery. You can actually be inspired by the space that you're in as well. We also have Beanie Flores Ansel, and we also have Nathan Duby in a two-person show at our Central Gallery. They are our West Houston Institute Fellows from last year, and they are showing the work that they did during their fellowship. And in the back part of the gallery, we do highlight all of the opportunities that our students and faculty have at the West Houston Institute, where the faculty fellows, innovation fellows happen there. And then, I'm sorry, I didn't mention Swati was the professor from digital communications. Yes, and so Justin Varner, who is a full-time faculty member with us, his exhibition is at the Spring Branch Gallery, and his work highlights all of his interests in mixed media. And also too, it seems like this theme, a lot of it is about people and communication and experiences. So that seems to be a kind of a running thing with all of our faculty this year, that from what I can tell so far.
Yeah, and I mean, tell us, so right now we're doing like the faculty art exhibitions, but do students also get a chance to showcase some of their stuff later on the
They
year?
absolutely do. Yeah. So part of our visual arts program in our student learning objectives, also too, as a part of our NASAD, NASAD accreditation, our students who are registered in our studio arts courses get an opportunity from their first year here at HCC to be part of a student exhibition. And that also includes our online students. We do offer some studio courses online. So we've actually created a virtual reality gallery for our online students where you can go in and you can actually see the work in a virtual space. So we have physical spaces as well as virtual spaces to highlight all of the offerings that we have here at HCC. And so the Southwest exhibition for the student show will be at the Stafford Gallery because of the size of it. It's much larger. It can handle all of our students in that way. And then at Central, and then at Northwest, all of the locations will be hosted at the Spring Branch Gallery. And then East Side will be hosted at the Wedge Space. And then Northline campus will have all of our student work from the Northeast College. Wow. And then the online, as I said before, will be online in a virtual reality gallery.
That just fits in really. I mean, online, you can see it online. So
right, exactly.
So yeah. I'm assuming you get a lot of submissions for people to display their artwork, students and faculty. How does that process go to select which person is going to present their stuff there?
Yeah, well, we actually have a faculty, program faculty, that we make a decision. We meet and we look at all the applications and we make a decision. And a lot of the criteria is, first of all, will our students benefit from seeing the art? So our students are first and foremost in our minds. And then we think about the location and the scale and the size of the artwork. So if someone has smaller, like watercolor paintings, like Swati Sardesi has, the West Loop Gallery is better because it is a smaller space. But if we're talking about the larger scale artwork, such as like Benny's installation types, the Central Gallery is more appropriate because it does have a larger capacity to suit that. So so it's a lot of considerations, but first and foremost is that will our students benefit from this exhibition? And can we as faculty tie experiences for our students in the space to our student learning objectives?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, so
even the community gets to see some of it because I know when I went to the campus exhibition, they even brought students from the high school that's right there in the same campus area, brought them over. Their teacher came over with them and started showing them some of like the materials that they used and some of the I guess techniques for the paintings that were there. So I mean that's just great to see.
We are, no, it really is, and I agree. We're supported by all of our faculty here and our staff at HCC, and it was such an honor, especially at Victoria's, to see my colleague Nicholas Cox, Dr. Nicholas Cox, who is the chair of the history department. He came to celebrate Victoria, and it was wonderful to have a colleague who is also a chair to walk into that space and be there and see all the good work that my staff and my faculty and I have put forward to make sure that we're highlighting all of the artists that live within the community of HCC. And for those to bring students in and use that as an assessment opportunity is also very rewarding for us to know that we're supporting learning objectives, and we're also supporting the creative endeavors in all areas of study for HCC. It's really wonderful.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Katherine Fields. She is a
You're so
division
welcome.
chair. Yeah, of course. She's a division chair of HEC's Visual Arts Department, and we'll have all of your info on our post after the show. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, Ben. Talk to you soon.
Of course. All right. And coming up next, we have a quick commercial break, but stay tuned because Randy and I will return with some news and announcements.
When I grow up, I want to work at a school so I can be a teacher.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Welcome back. And what a great show. So much good art happening in Houston right now, and especially at HCC. Well, we're going to wrap up the show with some news and announcements. HCC Student Life is presenting leadership workshops. Up next is Model the Way and Effective Communication. That is today from 10:30 to noon. So run over to the HCC Eastside Student Life Center and hop in. Lots to learn.
Yeah. And then now we have Join Team Tough Cookie. Walk for the Cure. HCC's Team Tough Cookie will take to the pavement to walk for a cure with the Susan G. Common organization, like these folks from Central College's Pink Out event. This will take place tomorrow, Saturday, October 5th, from 8 to 9 a.m. The location will be 1000 Bagby in downtown. No need to register, so just show up tomorrow and they'll be there.
Yeah, and also HCC students are invited to join this fall 2024 workshop series hosted by the Academic Center Success Centers in HCC Student Life. The Recipe for Success virtual workshops will provide study strategies and helpful academic habits coming up on Tuesday, October 8th at 2 p.m. via Teams is the Test Taking Strategies workshop. Check our post after the show for more info.
And then listen to this one. Free facials. Pamper yourself on Tuesdays. HCC is now offering its free facials at Alief-Bissonnet campus on Tuesdays. These moments of pampering give our students experience and our faculty and staff a break. Every Tuesday at the Alief-Bissonnet campus. So check out our post after the show for more info on that.
I would love a free facial. I'm deeply in need. The summer is killing me.
Yeah.
And my skin. Well, the HCC Foundation is asking for donations to the annual faculty and staff giving campaign. All donations make a difference to HCC students and programs, and donors may be able to increase their payroll deduction and win an all-new I Love HCC tote bag and other giveaways. So if you get a chance, go ahead and help Eagles soar with the I Love HCC campaign. Check our post after the show for more information.
Yes, and spring registration starts soon. Smaller fall classes still available. Registration for the spring semester is around the corner, but smaller semesters are still offered in a variety of programs. HCC courses for of the year are offered in a range of modalities, including online anytime, online in a schedule, hybrid, in-person, and hybrid lab. To learn more about HCC program start dates and options to cover costs, please visit hccs.edu/apply.
Well, I think that's all the announcements, but I am very excited this weekend. I have a busy one coming up. How about you?
I do too, and I might go check out that River Oaks Theater. I mean, I've always wanted to go before, but then it got shut down, but now it's back, so I'm very excited about that.
I am very excited about that. I hope you come down to the Orange Show for Visionary Art. We have our Emerging Artist Showcase free to the public, and several of our students are being showcased. So that's what I'm doing Saturday. I'll be there from 10 a.m. till 10 p.m. It's a long one.
Well, that
And
is
after
10 to
it is a
10.
long one,
Wow.
10 to 10. Because I don't like to do things small, Benji. You know me.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
if
we
it's going
know
to be a
that.
thing, it's going to be 12 hours long.
Yeah.
Um, Well, we look forward to seeing you next week back here on Up to the Minute. HCC Central's Career Services will be here to talk about an upcoming Hilton panel and info session to discuss internships and jobs. And on Mental Health Monday, our weekly guest from the Jung Center of Houston will be dispensing useful info and helping you keep your mental health just on point.
Yeah, there it is.
All
Just
right.
gotta be top with the mental health.
I'll tell you, we're halfway through the fall semester, so we could all use a little boost.
Yeah,
Thank you all
really.
so much for joining us, and we'll see you back here next week on Up to the Minute.